One of the nights he went drinking, he supposedly just kissed someone, and how I found out was he was FaceTiming me and he stuck his tongue out and his tongue was white. And he's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "That's a yeast infection."
I don't think I've ever heard anything like this in my life. Kalani reveals the shocking way she found out Asuelu cheated on her.
So you either kiss someone here, or you kiss someone down there.
And it's... yeah. And so irresponsible.
Then he came home. I told him to please tell me the full truth. And then he disclosed that someone had offered to give him a job.
On top of that, Kalani also shares how after he cheated, she cheated too, getting even with a quote, hall pass kiss.
Gum!
But it led to so much more.
So did he you?
Their story goes from bad to worse to bad worse.
It really does. Let's talk about it. Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. Whew, The Last Resort is finally here. A show that's going to help 90 Day couples who are struggling through different forms of therapy. And hopefully, as we watch, we'll learn a thing or two ourselves. By the way, I'll still be bringing you the Other Way highlights, but this week it is all about The Last Resort.
My name is Asuelu. I'm 27 years old and I'm from Samoa.
I'm Kalani, I'm 34 years old, and we're living in Southern California right now.
We've been married almost 5 years.
All right, let's get into Kalani revealing how she found out Asuelu cheated on her. Starting from the top of the episode. The couples arrive at a beautiful resort in the Florida Keys. Along with Kalani and Asuelu, we've got Jovi and Yara, Angela and Michael, Molly and Kelly, Big Ed and Liz. In The Last Resort, if you can sum it up briefly, what are we gonna see? What can fans expect?
I think they can expect a huge transformation of each and every couple.
Side note, make sure you check out my exclusive interview with them. It was interesting. Asuelu and Kalani made it a family vacation, bringing along their boys.
I think the thing I'm most nervous about with therapy is telling everyone our business.
Between us right now, it's really bad. Our marriage is really hard and because of me.
We've had a lot of issues with infidelity.
Yeah, we're about to see a lot of tears this episode.
I'm obviously here to support my sister while they work on their marriage. But my biggest fear, I guess, is that he'll go into therapy and not be honest and just use his fake tears, which I've seen before. But if this doesn't work, then they're done. So I think he is kind of panicking. I just don't think he's a trustworthy person, which is sad.
After the cast gets reacquainted at the resort,
Yeah, fresh start. There you go. Cheers, fresh start.
Here's to a fresh start.
things get real as 3 therapists sit the couples down for their first counseling session.
Asuelu, what brings you here?
I feel like the reason why we're here is because of me. I just need to get the answer of my own problems that I have.
I appreciate how there is this understanding that this retreat isn't just about the work that they need to do as a couple, but more importantly, the work they need to do as individuals. I am a firm believer that relationships are here to help us grow and evolve as human beings. They can be our biggest teachers.
So Asuelu went to Samoa to visit his dad.
All right, let's take a look at Kalani fully detailing how she first found out Asuelu cheated.
While he was there, he was going out like all the time and drinking. And one of the nights he went drinking, he supposedly just kissed someone, and how I found out was he was FaceTiming me and he stuck his tongue out and his tongue was white. And he's like, "What is this?" And I was like, "That's a yeast infection. You have thrush. And there's only certain ways you can get it. So you either kiss someone here or you kiss someone down there."
Look at Jovi's face. And Yara couldn't help but squirm in her chair. Quite frankly, this is embarrassing. Aside from cheating being one of the most ultimate forms of betrayal, this just shows how stepping out on your partner can not only hurt your family emotionally, but it can potentially hurt them physically too. What if Kalani never saw his tongue and he came home and kissed her, and then she went and kissed their boys? I know, that's taking it kind of far, but I just don't understand how you can risk your well-being and the well-being of your family for a random woman at a bar. That's just reckless.
It ain't worth it, man.
Then he came home. I told him to please tell me the full truth. And then he disclosed that someone had offered to give him a job. And he accepted it. I told him, that's a wrap. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I can't deal with that. So then to make it even or fair, then he said I could have a hall pass and then I could go kiss someone if I wanted to.
Huh?
But he only told me that because he thought I wouldn't do anything.
I would never consider the option of a hall pass in my marriage, no matter what the situation was.
If you will cheat on me and you will get the yeast infection, you will not need to give it to me. I will just go.
I know that's right, Yara. Now, I will say this. It's always easy to say what we wouldn't do when we're not in that situation. So, I'm not judging Kalani for staying with Asuelu after that. But I do have a very strong stance on the hall pass situation. It's immature, period. This is a full-blown marriage with 2 kids involved. Why open the door to potentially make things worse?
As a therapist, I do not believe the hall pass is a good idea at all. You're inflicting more wounds, more pain, more suffering. It's a whole different element now that you've added to this list of problems they already have.
I was a virgin when I met him, and I was almost 29 years old. So I trusted him, and I loved him, and I gave him literally everything. So for him to just betray me and betray me and betray me and betray me, so for him to finally say, okay, betray me, then okay, I will.
The fact that Kalani is even allowing Asuelu to rub her back right now as she cries about the pain he inflicted on her is impressive. She has a lot of patience for that man. It would have been easy to hit him with the, "Don't touch me."
I told you.
I know.
I told you that if you kept acting the way that you were acting, that we weren't gonna be together, and I begged you to not do it. So now we're here.
I know. I'm not saying we're here because of you. I'm saying we're here because of me.
Sharing this information, not only in front of other couples, but in front of the world, takes guts. I'm not sure how they're gonna come back from this.
It is heart-wrenching to see the level of distrust between the 2 of them now. For Kalani and Asuelu, the first step is to be honest with each other. It still feels there's more to tell. And until we get to that place of awareness of complete honesty, we can't go forward on that path because it just keeps sabotaging.
Well, Dr. Petey was right. There is some more information being held back. Kalani goes on to share that she not only kissed another guy, but she went all the way with him. A fact Asuelu didn't know until this moment.
I got to know this other guy. We did kiss each other. It escalated further to oral sex. And then after that, it escalated into actual sex.
Look at Asuelu breathing all hard.
Wow, man. I don't know whether to cheer her because she could do that or say, Kalani, what the hell are you doing? I want to slap out of Asuelu for giving her the hall pass. You want to know the truth. That was the dumbest move you could have made in your marriage.
So did you him? Wow.
Kalani said,
You give the virgin girl a pass. Now she's never gonna want to go back. It's like she just gonna feel the taste of all of that, and he create that. No, really, he created that. That's his mistake. I will never judge Kalani that she had another boyfriend or something because he created.
I love Yara. You know, one of my favorite parts about the series so far is seeing the other couples' reactions and hearing their commentary. Everybody has the most sound advice when it's not their relationship on display. Kalani goes on to say she met this mystery guy on social media and she didn't expect for it to go anywhere, but they ended up having a solid connection.
And that's something that's been missing in my marriage for years now.
I want to know who this man is. They met on social media. I know that's common, but I wasn't expecting that. Is he a fan? Now, there are some reports that he will make an appearance on the show. That, I can't wait to see.
It's so painful because today I saw her still texting him, still talking to him, even though they broke up. She still have this relationship connection. But for me, I didn't talk to the people that I have, you know, doing all of this shit.
So now we have a lot more revealed.
Yeah. And when Kalani and Asuelu get back to their room, even more is revealed. After Asuelu asks Kalani a question that, deep down, he probably really didn't want to know the answer to.
Did you enjoy sex with him? Did he do better? Like, did you feel better than what I did, or?
Okay, do you want me to be honest?
Yep.
Okay. The difference between you and him is that when me and you have sex, it's about you. It's about what you want. It's about what, like, you getting what you need from it. With him, it's about both of us.
Seems like Kalani is now dealing with a grown man. Yara was right. How is she gonna go back to Asuelu after experiencing that? That's a game changer.
I don't really understand because when we have sex, like I try to do what you want, but usually
When you have sex with a girl, you're supposed to try to make her finish, you know?
I usually do that.
Do you?
So it actually is like he's better than me.
I'm not gonna say that. Let me say this differently. How your selfishness of how self-centered you are in your everyday life about like, let me do this and let me do that and leave my wife to do everything. You do that also sexually. So everything revolves around you.
Damn. Kalani then calls Asuelu out for asking these egocentric questions instead of getting to what truly matters.
Even the questions you're asking, you're not saying like, oh, what did I do to make you feel that way? What did I do to make you go to someone else? I didn't want to be with anybody else. I only wanted to be with you.
Do you really have feelings for him?
Of course she does. This mystery man has opened her up to
a whole new world.
All jokes aside, when you abuse it, you lose it. And we've watched Asuelu take his relationship with Kalani for granted. Now, I'm not saying she's been perfect, but Asuelu has definitely had some maturing to do. And sometimes those hard lessons come at a cost. All right, 90 Day Fans fam, the last resort is just getting started. And if this is the introduction, whew, what do we have in store? Make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.